For those of you that missed it, I had an opportunity a few weeks ago where I invited all of you to ask me any type of question about anything. I wasn't very specific, and I got some really great questions, and I'm taking the time now to provide you with an answer by video. So thanks for asking this question, Dean. The question is, how do you like to relax and unwind? I find this interesting because relax and unwind seem to be two different words for me. Relax seems to invoke a calming down, maybe a quieting of my energy. And the word unwind makes me think of being wound up, makes me think of being a bit stressed or a bit hyper or a bit overactive in my thinking or in my activities. So let me comment on this. What I like to do, I guess I'll give you three things that I do to relax and unwind, depending on the level of relaxation and the level of unwinding that I need to do. The first thing is I really like to play my grand piano. Now, there have been times where I've been on the phone with a customer service person or dealing with some kind of a hassle, in my own opinion, and I just feel a bit exasperated and need a shift of energy. And when I go to my grand piano, I am transported into another world completely. I open up whatever book I feel like playing from. Recently, it's been a lot of Chopin, Frédéric Chopin, and it's melodic, it's expressive, it has pedal. I play the nocturnes to help me relax. So the pacing, the pulsing of the music is a bit slower, which helps me relax and unwind. Plus, I'm focusing my brain on something other than what just bothered me. That's great, because playing the piano means, if I want to play it well, means that I have to really focus on what I'm doing. And especially if there's someone else that's listening, either in the room with me or if the window's open and somebody walking by the house could hear it, I am more conscious of playing as though I'm performing. So I'm looking at the music as I'm kind of sight reading it in a way, pieces I've never really perfected, but I'm thinking of it as a way of sharing a relaxing experience with someone else, and also a way to elevate my ability to play and perform. Helps bring me to an elevated state, whereas I might have felt a bit depleted or annoyed or frustrated with whatever situation I had before. So the first thing I do is I play music. And if that's something, if whoever's watching, if you have an instrument or you want to sing or express yourself with your voice, I really encourage it. It's a great way to shift out of the current thoughts and to get the mind focused on a sound that's external, but it's a representation of how the internal wants to get balanced and relaxed. So that's the number one thing. The number two thing is that I like to listen to other people's music or my own music that I've pre-recorded for certain emotional states. So I have a number of recordings that I have made specifically to shift from a difficult emotion to a more manageable emotion. And sometimes I surprise myself by listening to one of my own recordings and realizing how helpful it is for me not to actually make the music in the real time, but to listen to, hi, that's my cat Patience, but to listen to the music that I created in that state and guided myself through that transformation, if that makes any sense. There's also other, sound healing recordings or relaxing music that I have on CD or on iTunes or on YouTube that I can go to that are really reliable pieces that will help me relax and unwind. And, I have four things. So the third thing is, depending on the mood that I'm in, I like to watch stand-up comedy on YouTube. And my favorite channel to watch right now is Dry Bar Comedy. It's a non-alcoholic venue in Provo, Utah. And they do great videos. They have great sound, great comedians on there. I've come up with a couple favorite comedians They have a whole bunch of topics. It's on YouTube, so if I don't like the topic that they're talking about, I just skim to something else. And I find it, that kind of clean comedy is a nice way to shift me out of being wound up in my own thoughts and having the stress. It's like living through, oftentimes comedians are talking about their difficult experiences or weird things that they're noticing in the world. So when I watch comedy like that, it helps me to feel like I'm not alone in my struggles, I'm not alone in my thoughts, that other people are looking at difficult things too and trying to find peace with it, trying to find amusement, making a good story out of it. I'm a big fan of taking a difficult life experience and making fun of it later in a good way. I mean, in a good way, like being able to transform that experience into a great story to share at a party, for example. And the very last thing is, one thing I like to do to relax and unwind is take a walk. Simply just walk around and have a change of scenery. Take a look at the houses, take a look at the flowers, take a look at the plants. Notice somebody walking by, notice a dog, notice a cat, notice someone on a bicycle, notice someone on a scooter. Just noticing the outside world and the perspective of vastness, whether I walk for 10 minutes or whether I walk for 40 minutes. There's so much life and so much activity outside of my head that I can just simply walk outside and get some perspective that way. I hope this was helpful. I really appreciate you asking Dean this question, how do I relax and unwind? I'm curious, how do you relax and unwind? Not just Dean, but anyone that's watching. Feel free to comment below and stay in touch.